Hello. Well, as I was praying this morning about what I could possibly say or bring to you that would perhaps be encouraging, the Spirit reminded me about the story of Jesus calming the storm. And I'm going to start by reading that. This is Matthew 8:23 through 27 out of the ESV. It's also recounted in the book of Mark, almost identical words. And when he got into the boat, his disciples followed him. And behold, there arose a great storm on the sea, so that the boat was being swamped by the waves. But he was asleep. And they went and woke him, saying, "Save us, Lord, we're perishing." And he said to them, "Why are you afraid, O you of little faith?" Then he rose and rebuked the winds and the sea, and there was a great calm. And the men marveled, saying, "What sort of man is this, that even the winds and the sea obey him?" Well, what sort of man indeed? God himself was in the boat with them, wasn't he? And here we are in this storm, this COVID-19, this virus. And we're each in our little boats, in our homes and apartments, and the storm is raging. And there's real danger. There's real peril. If we ourselves aren't so much in danger of this thing, people we know certainly are. People are suffering. People are dying. And it just seems so out of control. And it's so different. We don't even know how to respond. I know for me, I'm struggling in just what I'm doing from hour to hour. There's always so many things to do. It's not like I'm bored. But how do I do ministry? How do I continue to do kingdom work while we're isolated like this? And this is a question that the church is asking itself every day as we try new things and new ideas. Some of them are working, some of them have failed miserably, frankly. But the effort is there, the thought is there, and we're learning as we go. Going back to the disciples, they're in this situation. The waves are washing up over the boat, and they're thinking they're going to drown. Not an unreasonable thing to assume. So they wake the Lord. Now, it brought a question to me. Does God ever really sleep? Jesus, yes, was there sleeping in the boat. Was God unaware of what was going on at that moment? Was Jesus unaware of everything that was going on in that moment? I think the answer is clearly no. He knows the number of hairs on our heads, and some of us have more of those than others. He knows when a sparrow falls. God knew exactly what was going on. Jesus, fully aware. And his response when they woke him up in their terror and fear was, "Why are you afraid, O you of little faith?" And why would they be afraid? Well, from the world's perspective, from the physical perspective, they had every good reason to be terrified. But had they really understood who was in that boat with them, they would have known that there was nothing that mattered in terms of eternity, because God was with them. God, Almighty Creator, and they belonged to him. They were in his care. And it's the same with us, as we ride out this storm, as we carry on in fits and struggles, trying to understand where we're going, how we're going to do it, wondering what all of this is going to look like when we get through it. God's already there. He already knows the answers. And God is here with us. When we belong to Him, that's eternal. There is nothing that can separate us from the love of God. So that is what I want to bring today, is the idea that we have a greater reality as Jesus' disciples that we can focus on and that we can react to and respond to and think about and be aware of. That doesn't dismiss this present reality, that doesn't dismiss the needs and the struggles. And certainly, we're going to continue to do all we can. But the greater reality is God is with us, as Paul says. And if God is with us, who can be against us? We have eternity in communion with God, the Creator, who loves us and sent His Son to die for us. We have a lot to be grateful for, no matter the circumstances. Sometimes it's hard, but we are reminded to return our focus, to turn our focus from the things of this world to the things of God, to look at Jesus, to go wake Him up. As silly as that seems when you think about waking up the Creator God of the universe, who's in control of everything. But that's prayer, isn't it? You know, that's kind of how it feels sometimes when it seems like God may not be paying attention or may be distracted. We can turn to Him in prayer. And God is on the throne, and prayer does change things. So chin up, everybody. God is with us. Who can be against us? God bless you all. And I'm looking forward to hugging every one of you when we get to the other side of this.